You know, I thought the launch of Cyberpunk 2077 was bad, and granted, it was a really bad launch, but that doesn't even hold a candle now to the absolute garbage launch that the day before has managed to accomplish. Like, it has completely knocked Cyberpunk's launch out of the freaking water by a landslide, and is easily the worst video game launch I have ever seen in my entire life, and I'm pretty sure I said the same thing about Cyberpunk. Like, I am actually baffled at just how poorly this game released in such a short amount of time, too. Now, you've probably heard about the situation surrounding this game, especially since it's such a hot topic right now, but if you by chance don't know anything about what I'm talking about, allow me to explain. On January 29th, 2021, Fantastic Studios released an announcement trailer for a game that they were working on called The Day Before, which is an open-world MMO survival game set during a zombie apocalypse. Picture The Last of Us as an MMO survival game. Like, that sounds like a really cool idea, and it is. And after this announcement trailer, the game got a lot of hype, and it only continued to increase as the years went on and more trailers started to come out. In fact, this game got so much hype that it quickly became one of the most wishlisted games on Steam. And I actually remember hearing about this game on TikTok before it came out, and I remember messaging some of my friends being like, hey, this game looks pretty cool, we should check it out. Thank goodness we never actually checked it out, otherwise we would have ended up wasting $70 or however much this game was, but anyways. Now, unfortunately, the game was already experiencing problems before it even released. According to an article from Polygon covering The Day Before, it was initially set to release on June 21st, 2022, but just 1 month before the game was supposed to release, it got delayed and was now set to release in March of 2023, which the developers said was due to change in the game engines. If you guys want to read the Polygon article, I'll leave a link to it in the description. And this announcement actually sparked some backlash as people were like, yo, what the heck, this game was supposed to come out this year, why are you delaying it? But the studio reassured people that they were still working on it and it was going to come out within the time frame that they said. That was until January of 2023 when they announced yet another delay and the game was now supposed to come out on November 10th. And after this announcement, people seriously began to doubt the development of this game and were like, you know, something's not right here. Why the heck do they keep delaying this game? But ultimately, people decided to be patient and wait for this game to come out on November 10th. Which it didn't. Unsurprisingly, Fantastic Studios announced yet another delay and the game was now supposed to come out on December 7th. But it was around this time that the game started to garner a bunch of hype and it made it to the top of Steam wishlist, like I said earlier on in this video. So clearly people were still excited to play this game. But after all the delays and all the backlash the game got, The Day Before officially released on December 7th, 2023, and oh boy, it was a freaking disaster. Right off the bat, people were dissatisfied and outraged with what they got, especially since they waited years for it and suffered through multiple delays. People began to bombard the Steam page with so many negative reviews that as of recording this video, the reviews for The Day Before on Steam are overwhelmingly negative, with only 15% of them being positive. Furthermore, this game is so freaking bad that when IGN reviewed it, they gave it a whopping 1 out of 10. And this is the same company that gave Overwatch a 10 out of 10, literally calling it a masterpiece. So the fact that they gave The Day Before a 1 out of 10 really highlights just how awful it is. And there are quite a few reasons why people are so outraged at this game, but there are a couple reasons that I'll highlight. The first reason being, it was nothing at all like it was shown in the trailers. The trailers made it seem like it was this cool action MMO where you're gonna have to constantly be looking over your shoulder for zombies or players looking to kill you and steal your supplies, never knowing what's around you, and you have to scavenge for supplies and loot buildings with caution. You get the idea. But in the actual gameplay footage that I have seen, you are literally just running around aimlessly. Yeah, they give you quests, but like for the majority of the game, you are literally just running and scavenging for supplies. You encounter a zombie or two like every 5 minutes and maybe another player, but that's about it. In fact, just look at this footage from the Rad Brad's video that he made on the game, and this footage is sped up too by about 16 times. As you can see, he's just running around aimlessly scavenging for supplies, and he encounters like 1 to 2 zombies. He did say that he saw another player earlier on in the video that immediately killed him, but other than that, he did not see that much action in the game. Now, the second reason why people are so upset at the game's launch is because there's a lot of bugs that people have encountered. People falling through the map, zombies taking no damage when you shoot at them, NPCs' heads getting really big all of a sudden, and my personal favorite is one that I'm not even going to describe to you. I'll just go ahead and show a clip.
There he goes with all my
Now, as I mentioned earlier, people were royally upset at the game's launch, and rightfully so, and so many people were requesting refunds that they actually took the game off of Steam. Not entirely, though. You can still look at the Steam page, you just can't buy the game. And it gets even worse for Fantastic Studios because after trying to fix the game for the first few days of launch and after receiving so much backlash, they decided to throw in the towel and shut down for good. In an official statement that they put on Twitter, they said, "Today we announced the closure of Fantastic Studio. Unfortunately, the day before has failed financially and we lack the funds to continue. All income received is being used to pay off debts to our partners. We invested all our efforts, resources, and man hours into the development of the day before, which was our first huge game. We really wanted to release new patches to reveal the full potential of the game, but unfortunately, we don't have the funding to continue the work. It's important to note that we didn't take any money from the public during the development of the day before. There were no pre-orders or crowdfunding campaigns. We worked tirelessly for 5 years, pouring blood, sweat, and tears into the game. At the moment, the future of the day before and prop night is unknown, but the servers will remain operational. We apologize if we didn't meet your expectations. We did everything within our power, but unfortunately, we miscalculated our capabilities. Creating games is an incredibly challenging endeavor. We're grateful to everyone who supported us during these difficult years. It's been a fantastic journey over the past 8 years," and then they list off some milestones that they've accomplished. Now, many people interpreted this statement as them just taking the money and running, and to be honest, it really does seem that way, especially since the game launched 4 days prior to them shutting down. But they did say in a recent tweet that Steam refunds are available regardless of how long you've played the game, so that's good. And one last thing I wanted to add is that in response to one of their tweets talking about potential refunds, someone said, "Unbelievable that you guys hyped this game up so much and this is the end result. You guys are an absolute disgrace to the video game industry." And you want to know what their response to that tweet was? "This was our first big experience. Stuff happens." I'm guessing the person running this Twitter account was just like, "Alright, we already look super bad in the public eye. I'm not even gonna try and make us look any better." I have never seen a gaming company respond in that way when it came to getting backlash that was wholeheartedly deserved. You really can't make this stuff up. I do genuinely feel bad for all the people that were excited about this game, especially since they had to wait a couple years and suffer through multiple delays in order to get it, and their reward for all their patience was this dumpster fire of a game. And it especially sucks because an MMO open world survival game set during a zombie apocalypse sounds like a really cool idea, like I said earlier on in this video, and it very well could have worked if it just wasn't handled so poorly. I don't know, maybe another gaming studio in the future will come by and try to save this game, but I highly doubt that's the case at this point because I don't think any studio at the moment is going to want to go anywhere remotely near this game. And I do genuinely hope that all the people that bought this game get their money back because I would hate to get ripped off like this. And that's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.